Whitney is over here going through things. Welcome, everyone, back to the Problematic Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly, frazzled neighborhood co-host, Whitney. Whitney, what is going on today?
I'm gonna drag myself. It has been a very, very, very long week of momming. My partner is let me not call him that because I heard that the LGBTQ don't want us the straights to use the verbiage partner anymore, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna respect it.
It raises an eyebrow.
That's fine. That's fine. I do it to annoy him.
That's
I don't even. I'm sorry. That's mean. I shouldn't. But we gotta troll each other somehow. It keeps things spicy.
this is true. I agree.
You have to troll people you love.
Or do you even love them? If
Do
I'm
you love
not
them?
gently abusing you in kind ways, not in hitting people ways,
Wait, not
then what are we doing here? Gentle abuse shows my love.
Episode title.
I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm just saying that this is not the healthy podcast. It's the problematic podcast.
This sure is the problematic podcast, and we talk about problems here.
Yes, and I have got a problematic confession, but that's gonna come later. Please tell me what's been going on.
Who did it? Who did it and why?
Parents did it, but we'll get in. We'll touch on that later.
I'm sorry. Your I need
not
to
my
know.
parents.
I need tea.
These okay, the new parents. But we'll yell at them later.
Okay. Anywho, yeah. So he's been out of town, and so it's been me and the house manager for the entire week, and we have had a great time. Literally up until this morning.
Oh boy,
this very morning. When I tell you, we've been girlfriends, like it's like a montage. It's like the movie montage of like the kid and the mom having fun, jumping around the kitchen singing songs, baking cakes, falling asleep together on couches, having pizza parties and tea parties and dress up, all that cute stuff. This morning at 6:30.
Ooh, the devil's hour.
To my room. Like the Kool-Aid, like a tiny Kool-Aid person. Door just flung open.
I don't approve. Why are you awake?
I sit straight up because I was like, oh, we're being robbed. No, you're not being robbed. I'm like, take everything but the baby. So she comes to climb in the bed. We start dozing off. And I am awakened to a face this close going, I love you so much in the whole wide world. I love you. I love you so much. I open my eyes. Mommy, close your eyes. I close.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, is this a curse?
It sounds like
putting a root on me.
It sounds like it. It's given the Chucky doll when he laid that kid down, started speaking over him. But these sound like loving affirmations.
They were very loving affirmations, but I'm afraid for my life because I'm like, what is this about?
You said, close your eyes. I'm working magic over here.
I'm doing magic on you. I love you much in the whole wide world. And I was like, okay, well, all right. So nobody went back to sleep. So I am praying that this coffee be very
Girl,
strong.
You've been up since 6:30?
Making French toast and snacks. We built a train with the Legos, and
every time I think I am ready for a baby, one of my peers comes through and says, girl, make better decisions. And you know what?
There's a lot of people on this planet right now.
There are. I think we've got enough. We are.
Wait. You almost drowned me.
We got enough.
Did you say we're full?
No one ever said, you know what, I think we need more people. We haven't said that in a very long time. We can barely feed and keep up
Republicans.
We not today. See, and I'm having a great day, a great weekend, getting a good start to the week. Everything's going to be fantastic. We are not dealing with the Republicans.
I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Baby, they are trying to block birth control. And for those who have not checked out Whitney's The Reclaimed, I feel like you need to go over there and do that.
Don't go over there.
Whitney is keeping us abreast on what is going on in the world.
It is ghetto.
Girl, whatever.
It is ghetto over there. It's me just literally yelling at my phone screen.
But it's fantastic because you're
Oh,
keeping
thank
us
you,
in
Frank.
tune with what's going on in the world. And what Whitney called it, and I've said this more than once, Whitney called it when that the mango angry guy got into office and he started putting Supreme Court justices on the Supreme Court. Whitney
Mm-hmm.
said Roe is going to fall and affirmative action won't be too far behind. And here
I
we
said, that's
are.
it. That's it.
Few short years later, and Roe is gone. There are people across this country living in states where you can't get an abortion at all, or they're living in states where you can't get an abortion after 6 to 8 weeks. And I have never been pregnant, but what I do know is
It's
most
ghetto.
people don't know within the first 6 weeks. They have
Bruh.
no fucking idea.
No idea.
So,
Mm-mm.
um, when people say, "Oh, they'll never outlaw birth control,"
Ha
we
ha.
thought they wouldn't outlaw
This
abortion.
week.
And then here we
This
are.
week. This
So,
week. We can't even enshrine it.
right. So, I say all of that to say, I
I
know a
got a
lot of
solution.
people are exhausted with politics. And I love politics and I'm one of them. But I
Listen,
think it's important. I don't want this to catch anybody on their heels. Um, because it's a very real threat to women across this country and men across this country because it ain't nothing like having a baby that you really wasn't interested in
you
having.
really
That
weren't interested in having
sounds
it. The
like
things
a
that you were
headache.
interested in having,
You
baby was
had
not one of
that.
them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
But
It's colorful
Whitney,
enough.
yeah, I think so. What have you been listening to?
Oh no. Golly, I always feel I've just been bouncing back and forth between Renaissance because it's summertime.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's gonna end up just being a summertime anthem that I just keep revisiting.
It is.
I-
It's outside
Like
music.
I just feel like You Won't Break My Soul is just necessary in these times. And then randomly I just shout out American. I realize I shout out American Requiem so much that my own kid says it, but she doesn't she doesn't know how to say Requiem.
She gonna get there.
So she says recorder.
American Recorder is a
American
good start.
recorder. What? That's not what Bobby's saying, baby.
It's close. You
That
say it
big
your way, I say it mine.
goddamn. She picks it right back up right
Yeah.
there. Yep, yep. She's like, this
Uh,
next generation is already ready. But what have you been listening to? I didn't ask you how you were doing.
I'm
You
great.
look good.
Thank you, friends. I'm doing pretty good. I have been, so let me start by saying last weekend I didn't get an opportunity to update the pod. I attended the Roots picnic. Now, every story of mine comes with a caveat. I do not like big concerts and I
I
do not
don't.
like big festivals.
I'm really
I
impressed.
I don't like all them people. I start thinking about ringworm and all sorts of things, and I'm
Dirt.
like, when too many
Germs.
people are hot and touching each other, I
Right.
get. But a friend of mine was able to get me some VIP passes to the Roots picnic for the free.
Famous.
So stop it. So of course I'm like, I can't not go. And to be fair, I saw that Shabuzi was on the lineup and I was like, oh
Oh yeah,
shit.
you were going.
Any opportunity to see Shabuzi, I should go. The first night of the Roost picnic, I did not attend. I had a very busy day, big family day. My wife was like, I want to, but I don't know. We love Jill Scott. I've seen Jill Scott perform before. We missed it. Unfortunately, I've never seen Nas perform. We missed Nas. But the big attraction was the headliner the second night, Lil Wayne. So my wife, that's her favorite rapper. So we were going to see Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you were
Our
going.
goal was to get there in time for Shabuzi. We got there as he was doing Tipsy, and we missed his performance.
No.
How's it ever? We got to hear it. We didn't get to see him. We didn't make it to the stage in time. How's it ever? Whitney. So the two top billing acts for that day were Gunna, who was, I'm not gonna say for the kids, but I'm gonna say he's out of my age demographic. I know a few songs, but I also walked across a couple of aunties, my wife included, who is Gunna? What he sing? Sing
You
it for
know,
me. I kind
I'm
of know
with
that
her.
one. Yeah.
I'm with him.
I don't feel that he gave a great performance. I felt that it was a very lazy performance. Let me tell you who did not give a lazy performance. Kenneth, Babyface, whatever the fuck his last name is. Babyface's set was Edmonds. There you go, Edmonds. You so educated and mature.
No, I'm not. Don't lie to these people like this.
Babyface came out with his 4 dancers / backup singers who could all be soloists if they wanted to. One of them played the saxophone.
Oh, he wasn't playing.
Babyface came out singing all of his hits. He did Whip-a-Pill and, all of the favorites that everybody was singing. But then Babyface, the last segment of his show, he decided to do all of the top 10, not all of, a fraction of the top 10 Billboard hits that he wrote for other people, which included Johnny Gill, Bobby Brown, TLC, Toni Braxton.
Oh, so you got a show.
Boyz II Men.
Oh, so you got
Drew Hill. From start to finish, this segment was like a half an hour long, and every time he was like, oh, there's no way he could top that hit. Boom, another hit, and he sang I said this to my wife. He did 3 Bobby Brown songs. I'm a huge fan of Bobby Brown. If you know my parents, you'd understand why. He sang Bobby Brown songs better than Bobby Brown would sing them right now. If I had the choice between seeing Babyface do all of Bobby Brown songs and Bobby Brown do all of Bobby Brown songs, I'm picking Babyface.
Well, I just like his voice better. This is a personal preference.
He has a beautiful voice. He has a fantastic stage presence. So I have gone back.
Yes, he does.
I've been searching, hoping that somebody put together a compilation of that list. And just going up. They mentioned at the show that Babyface has had over 200 top 10 Billboard hits, whether it was his songs or songs that he's done with everybody else across exactly 200 across multiple genres. So I have been listening to a lot of Babyface and educating myself on like some of the hits that he is behind the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, which is the greatest
entire one. Of all time. I could turn that on right now. And you know what? After
there you go. It's a vibe. Mm-hmm. It's a mood creator. So I took a long way of saying that I've been listening to a lot of Babyface and a lot of Toni Braxton because that's my favorite person that he's paired with, like musically. I am a Toni Braxton fan because I'm an old school R&B fan. Oh, that voice. And she's just been fine all my life. Like
all her days.
The whole thing. All of them.
Just gorgeous.
Take all the days.
Lord.
All of them. Fine. So
I would say you have a type, but it's getting really diverse in there.
I've been trying to tell y'all I like a lot of things and a lot of people, but you do. I'm also married, so I only look with my eyes.
I mean, and you should.
Yeah, listen, a lot of y'all out here are married, but don't act. Somebody said on Twitter, how single are you? And this girl responded, I'm as single as a married Q on a Friday night. And when I say I've been laughing and crying ever since, I don't know how the Qs caught that stray.
No, let them have it.
But
they earned that one.
It's been funny.
That one's fair.
That the married people they the singlest people out here nowadays. Not me. But the other married people.
No other married people, yeah.
You want to talk about Rihanna? I feel like you would understand what's going on better than I would. You were in touch with you need to. You are in touch with the girls.
Because I like Rihanna and I don't want to say what I need to say.
No, say it. You got to. This is the problematic pod, not the hold back and give grace pod.
Rihanna hasn't put out a single thing that I have not liked.
Fair.
Makeup. I'm sorry, music. A long time ago, youth, before the great pandemic, long before. Rihanna used to put out music, and she used to put out very, very, very good music. So good. In fact, I believe we still bang with Anti.
Yeah, I play it every week. Every week, something from that album comes up in my playlist.
Something from that album. We still bang with that. She keeps promising us this Island album, and I'm like, girl,
You've
With
had two whole
at your leisure.
humans.
At your leisure. Fine. Fine. She's never going back in the studio ever again. We have to face that. Um, so yes, music, then clothes, then lingerie, then lingerie
Rihanna
now.
makes great panties.
Yes.
For the boys, for the girls, for the little
For,
girls, for the
for the
big
they
girls. By
thems.
little, I mean the age appropriate
You
but
meant
small
small.
in size.
You meant
Gotta
adult,
yes,
but
gotta make
small
that clear.
adults.
Yes,
Yeah,
small
because some of y'all
adults.
are creeps.
Very.
I've been hearing on the news. Some of y'all are creeps. Uh, anyway, anyway, sorry, I got the heebie-jeebies. Great makeup, like probably no, definitely 100% the only makeup brand that I actually like wear, and that's saying something because I get makeup sent to me all the time. Anywho, uh, so she comes out with this Fenty hair, but I don't know if that was the best. I wouldn't. This is not the rollout I would have did if anyone was
Girl,
asking me.
girl,
First of all, you've
girl.
had two babies. Let
Two.
me tell you something about that hair after you have two babies. At least within like the first, for me personally, my hair has never been as good as when I was pregnant up until that first year. This afro was glorious. Like, it
And
was
is.
just so radiant. And then the hair loss comes. Mama, you've had two small babies with it. Like that hair should be thriving, okay? And not you using this shake and go pixie cut that I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But she's such a beautiful woman. And I know she got hair. But even if she didn't have hair, like not this wig. And then it's funny because now we're starting to see multiple people with the same, like Olivia Rodrigo had the same exact haircut. And I was
Why?
like, are y'all just passing this wig around? Like, what's going
I
on
think it's
here?
one wig being shipped. It's like the sisterhood of the traveling wig. Absolutely.
Wait, I'm a
I'm
joke.
not pleased. What is happening? Whitney,
I'm joking.
I'm struggling to understand. As Whitney has said, Rihanna's rollouts for everything up and
Everything.
until last Tuesday have been flawless. From her
Impeccable.
music to her makeup
Mm-hmm.
to her panties and manties. She's given us everything that the girls could ask for, and she's given it
Everything.
to us at great prices as well. That's also huge.
Yes.
Part of her success is that she really does know how to give a wide variety of things to her audience.
And does.
But Fenty hair, um, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have done it. I just feel like maybe we go back to the drawing board because somebody put the I don't remember the character's name, but somebody put the Rihanna wig next to the young lady from the Players Club, the cousin who was like, I just came here to dance. That's it.
That's it.
They
I hate
put
y'all.
that clip
I
next to
hate
the Rihanna wig clip, and I was like,
I hate y'all.
you coloreds really are wearing on me. Whitney, I don't understand it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And I can't even inform. I can't
Okay.
even inform. I'm just like, because like you're right. Every single like I remember how revolutionary Fenty Beauty was
Yes.
because she was so intentional about producing so much beautiful makeup and so many wide varieties of shades and colors
Mm-hmm.
in a way that shooketh the beauty industry.
I mean,
And now
they would go live and sell out in 30, 40 minutes.
that's it.
Huge,
Huge,
huge.
massive. And then now I'm like, girl, what are we just, is this supposed to be like an answer to what Beyonce is doing? Like, I don't, not to compare, because I'm not
It's
trying to
not to
compare this to.
compare. I
Yeah.
think the more options that the girls have, including the African American girls and the girls of the diaspora, is a beautiful thing. So people who are saying, oh, she's trying to compete with Beyonce. In order for her to come into a already highly saturated market, anyway, to come and offer women of color more options is not competition.
It's not.
Because I guarantee you, nothing bad happens if I go and buy Beyonce's shampoo and Rihanna's conditioner. Like nothing
And
bad
Tracy
happens.
Ellis's
You
whatever.
can support all the girls, just like
Taraji's whatever.
you have multiple products and
Mhm.
multiple lotions in your
You do.
house from Vaseline and Nivea and all those other huge brands who would, if they like to sponsor us, give us a call at the problematic
Hey
pod or
girl,
email us at the problematicpod at
don't send
gmail.com.
me no bleaching shit though. You send me some skin bleaching shit, I'm embarrassing you, Nivea. Because we know. We
We
seen it.
know what you did.
We know what you did. Anyway,
But
back to you.
I say all of that to say the people who are trying to push the competition narrative, it's not taking money out of Beyonce's
No,
pocket. Because
I
I
promise.
guarantee you, the girls who support them will buy both. And most of there's a
Yeah.
huge overlap in their fandom anyway.
Massive overlap.
And I am a part of that.
Both of them. Yes.
So,
We are Hive and Navy.
yeah, we don't need to stir up the competition, but I
No.
do need a better rollout. Please.
Yeah, that rollout felt it felt less than Rihanna.
It did. It really did.
And I'm like, maybe she's just tired. Or maybe she like tasked somebody to do this and they dropped the ball. Because like honestly, all of her rollouts have been spectacular.
Fantastic.
Spectacular.
And I don't wear makeup, and I've known all about the Fenty brands because every woman in my circle is like, this is the brand that we rely on. This is what we go to,
Yeah.
and we want
Yeah.
her to give us the more things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But speaking of tired, I think it's very interesting. So she was
Uh-oh.
captured, I guess, over the weekend. Or maybe it
Uh-oh.
was an old photo, but the photo has been circulating over the weekend of her in a blue shirt that said, I'm retired. Baby, with all due respect, we see, we get it, we know,
Oh,
we,
Rihanna?
yes,
Oh yeah, she's no. We're never gonna see her
ma'am.
again. Sorry.
I,
Mm-mm.
my thing with Rihanna is it's the same thing that the same issue that I have with that fucking Frank Ocean. Stop promising me shit if you're not gonna give me shit. That's it.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
If Rihanna came out tomorrow and said, you know what, guys, I'm transitioning from music. I don't think it's for me anymore. God bless the new girls who are out there, the Cocos, the Victorias. May they keep pop music
Thriving.
strong and thriving.
Mm-hmm.
I would respect her.
I
This
would have so much
whole
respect.
y'all gonna get the music, you're gonna get the reggae album. I'm still
And
working
then
on it. You did the Super Bowl, we got nothing after that.
a whole Super Bowl and nothing. Nothing. How you go how you gonna soft launch everything but your music?
And,
Like you soft launched the whole baby at
you
the
are
Super Bowl.
a pop star, or at least you used to be. But if you don't want to be anymore,
That's fine.
just say that.
We
You have
respect
become a billionaire doing something completely different. There's no need to lie to us. We have been honestly loving you. Honestly, love us back.
it. Right.
Please. That's all we ask. The long and the very short of it is, I'd really just like Rihanna to stop lying to me and
You don't
keep
have to
giving
lie
me
to
the
us
things
anymore.
I want. And you know what? I'm here for the hair care products, and the shake and bake wigs, as Whitney has titled them.
Shake and go.
Oh, shake
Not
and
shake
go.
and
I'm sorry,
bake.
my bad. I don't.
Wait, I mean, I guess if
I
you if you
Yeah, I guess it could be
if y'all
shake and
press
bake.
it enough, shake and bake.
Nah, but yeah, I expect better from Miss Madam Fenty moving forward. And yeah, let's yell at some people.
Because we like you. We want to buy your things, but please, like, at least make us feel good about buying them.
Right, right. And yes, I'm sending that wig to everybody. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
launching wigs would have been completely different than launching a hair care brand.
Boom. I'm sure they're both
People would have
coming.
bought them wigs.
There's one thing you girls love. Y'all's
Mm-hmm.
wigs.
A
Y'all's
wig. I know we're not here to
wigs.
shame any wig wearing.
We are
Absolutely not.
not. God
Y'all
bless and
look
keep
good.
y'all. Real
hmm
good. Real good.
Y'all look good.
Who
Um,
who we yelling at?
Edward Bloom.
Oh boy.
Edward Bloom is one of the worst type of people. who instead of chasing actual discrimination, will chase efforts to combat said discrimination. Um, so for those who haven't heard, the appeal for against the Fearless Fund, a grant fund that was set up to assist Black women entrepreneurs receive venture capital funding, something that less than 4%, that takes up less than 4% of all venture capital, right? So this big pie of venture capital, less than 0.4% of that venture capital goes to Black women. And Edward Bloom wants to take down the Fearless Fund. Just to let you know what kind of Marvel level villain you're dealing with. This is the same guy who was behind fooling a bunch of, and I'm not saying this as an attack against the entire community, just a handful of people who like were trying to blame Black people as the reason why they couldn't get into school. You remember all them Asian people who were just like they were just like, hey, it's affirmative action is the reason why I didn't get into school. I have all these
Yes.
good grades. I have all this. I have all that. Mind you, they don't have not a stitch, not an ounce of community service. Nothing, nothing, none of that. When they say we want well-rounded, they mean like outside of the classroom too, girl. You got to go talk to some people and help some people out. Not a stitch of that, none of that. Mind you, a lot of these folks who were complaining also got into other amazing schools. They just didn't get into this main one that they wanted to get into. Blame the Negroes. It's the Negroes' fault. So now
Please.
that affirmative action is gone, many reports are coming out saying how these advocates who were anti affirmative action advocates are now learning the very hard lesson that, oh no, it really was the legacy admits. It really was. And folks like Edward Bloom left these folks in the dust. Thank you so much for your service. We as white
Bye,
guys couldn't
y'all.
stand up and say it. Yeah, we as white guys couldn't stand up and say it. But since you are, we treat you like a minority, and y'all, some of y'all, not all y'all, clearly, because there was so many Asian folks who stood up and said, "This is not what we want. We
We
do
didn't
not
ask
want
for
to end
this.
affirmative action. This is not what we want. What we want is to be also to get into school."
That's all.
Well,
That's it.
that's
That's
what we
all.
want. But this handful was duped. Handful was duped. Got left in the dust. And then we're sitting around wondering why. And here are Black people like, oh, so it wasn't the niggers, huh?
Wasn't us. Not
Plus,
us.
the overwhelming beneficiaries of affirmative action, let me just pop your bubble right now. White women.
Always has been.
White women. Yes. So because it wouldn't have stuck around as long as it did. Let's
It's
just be
true.
honest. So Edward Bloom has now turned his fangs onto this venture capital grant. And the appeals court agreed with them, saying that that grants for Black women and Black women businesses only is discriminatory. So I told y'all it wasn't gonna. I don't think that I'm right all the time, but I've been right a lot in these types
A
of cases.
lot,
Unfortunately,
girl. You
it is.
are like, you got the crystal ball on the
It's
fall of
been
humanity.
it's a slippery slope, but like they're not even walking any of these back. They're running them back because these things have happened over the last like 3 or 4 years. Institutions that people said were stuck in law, settled in law, are now literal things of the past. So now it behooves us as a community to step up and support and say, okay, you know what? Fuck it. It's my money. I could say where it goes. You can't say where it goes. And if I want to have an organization where I donate my money to the businesses I donate to, then that's that. You can't say that I can't do that. Um, because you don't have any right to my money, right?
Right.
I'm looking at people. We were just talking about a bunch of billionaires. I'm looking at people like that. Like Beyonce, she started a whole scholarship fund for hairdressers, for stylists. I'm looking at there's so many other billionaires, famous people, wealthy people who are starting these types of initiatives. We have to keep supporting these types of initiatives. I don't think that this case is over yet.
It's
I
not.
don't I don't see the end of the fight in this. So I'm still going to be watching this because this is a newer development. But yeah, we shall see. I need to see Edward Bloom lose. Like I need to see it because there's this what's happening and people don't realize this. There's something else, and I really hope I'm wrong about this one. But there's a whole bunch of people who are trying to redefine what a minority is.
Absolutely.
And if they can redefine what a minority is, they don't care that they're becoming a minority in this nation. I mean, I don't know why you'd be worried about becoming a minority in this nation. It's not like we treat minorities badly. But laughs in 400 years. But yeah, so they're trying to redefine what a minority is. So they're coming after, and they're starting with Black women. Why? Because you're not going to believe Black women. You're not going to listen to Black women. So by the time it comes to your businesses and your organizations and your
Mhm.
scholarships and your grants, as soon as it comes down your alley, you're like, oh no, wait, what? And Black women have been saying, you're like, we've been told y'all. Y'all not gonna listen to us anyway. We've been told
Been
y'all.
telling y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Been
ain't listening.
at all. At all. Do you want to talk to Byron?
Nope. Mm-mm.
You
No,
don't
I
want
do
to talk
not.
about Byron?
No, you got it.
Oh, Byron Donalds brought his happy ass to Philly to talk about how Black families were better off during Jim Crow. And I would like to remind Donalds that he would have been strung up by his toes for attempting to marry that white woman that he's married to right now.
Okay. I mean, it's the blatant.
You said you didn't want to talk to
I'm sorry.
you
You
go.
know what?
No,
No.
please
Mm-mm.
continue. No,
It
I want to hear it.
it's the audacity. And who was it? Joy Reid who had to like yank his
Ate
collar and say,
him up.
I'm
Ate him
sorry.
up.
You're saying that Black people were better under Jim Crow segregation as a Black ass man married to a white woman, an offense punishable by death. I
Death.
just want to make sure I got the picture clear.
You could die. You
What
would die.
makes these goofy ass, coon ass people put on their good suits and say this weird shit, Whitney?
I feel like it's got to be like a deeper conspiracy where people have like stuff against them, and like if you don't say this, we're gonna air out your laundry. I have to make it fun. In my head, I have to make it fun. It's too simplistic to call them coons.
it
It's too simplistic to say that they're Uncle Ruckus. There's got to be you're trapped. This is Get Out. You need help.
you
We'll
can't
help you.
escape this.
Just stand up and say no, 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 and start crying at one tear, and we'll come help you.
And my wonderful co-host made a fantastic point over the weekend and said it's fascinating that this black ass man could get on any platform and say that we as African Americans were better under Jim Crow segregation when we literally have grandparents and great grandparents living, lucid, able to tell their stories,
Right there,
available in our communities right now, who can
right here,
look this man in his face and say, you're a fucking lie.
liar,
You are lying. I
liar.
lived this. I experienced this. You did not. And you are wrong.
You're
How
lying.
dare you?
You are a liar, and the truth is not in you.
And
Ah, go ahead.
no, I'm done.
No, go
I
ahead,
don't.
babe.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Again, I said it last week. It's too many faces going unpunched with this goofy shit,
I
and
can't believe it.
I don't advocate violence, but I feel like the threat of physical consequences for saying and
It's a good
doing
course
dumb shit.
corrector.
It is, and it's
It's a good
leaving
course
our
corrector.
community, and it's a problem for me because there is no reason why this black man
No,
should feel safe
no,
enough
no. Came
in
to
the
Philadelphia of all
uh,
places.
thank you.
Sir,
You know,
sir.
there's a reason why the African American population in Philadelphia is so large and it's so expansive, and it's because of Jim Crow segregation and Jim Crow
Talk
laws,
about it.
and the fact that we had to flee the South, and our grandparents and our
Talk
great
about it.
grandparents and our ancestors had to
Talk
flee,
about it.
literally
Flee.
flee the South
Flee.
because the men in their family and the women in their family were being murdered and
Children.
killed with impunity for
Children.
decades.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't rush up here because the weather was better. They left that place. They left those times because it was miserable. It was
Yeah.
painful and it
Yeah.
was punishable by death to just
Yes.
exist.
They could just walk up in your house and take your food.
Being able
Folks,
to lynch thousands of people at one time is somehow better a better existence for Byron than equal rights, civil rights, the ability to go to good schools. In his mind, that's better. And I can't take people like that seriously. And again, I just don't understand how his chin has remained unchecked for this long. But
I mean, he got his. So for some people, Van Lathan said this. For some people, the attaboys are better than good job, brother. They want the attaboys.
You know what? We will pause it right there because I gotta calm down again. We're gonna beg y'all for some letters, and we'll be right back.
Right.
You know, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. Right. And we're back and a little less angry. Is there anyone else you want to
check somebody?
Yes, because there's no way a black man could say that in America. Like, do you have a grandmother? Did he have a
did you talk to her?
There's no way. And if she's no longer with us, I know she is rolling over in her grave because I would never disrespect my grandparents who came out of the South and, came from sharecropper families and sat on the back of buses. My grandfather, a soldier in World War II, had literal rocks thrown at him on trains while he was preparing to go to Europe to serve this raggedy ass country who didn't even want to treat him like a human being. But, Byron.
I mean, Jim Crow was so great. Why do we need the civil rights movement?
I just
civility. They were asking for here's the thing that really grinds my gears and burns my grits. Here's the thing. I was trying not to cuss. You know what I mean?
You're doing a great job.
This is the thing. Because I cuss too much. I'm trying to do better. I told you I'm trying to soft launch into 40. I'm trying to do better things in my 40.
Efforts.
Yes. You see, labor. You work.
I see you doing it.
My forehead. I feel it getting tight. The thing that bothers me is like the history is sitting right there. It's like there was an entire movement where people literally put their bodies at risk. Children. There was an entire children's movement during the civil rights movement. And you know what they did? They looked at those black babies and released dogs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Sprayed them with fire hoses.
Beat them with sticks. And left them with their brains hanging out in the middle of streets.
Little kids, y'all. Kids.
Blew up churches with children in them. That was better for black people in America? That was better for black American families?
They were asking for civility. They weren't even asking for fucking equality. Oh, shit. There I go. Damn it.
It's cussing. It's all right. It's cuss-worthy.
It's like, because it's so stupid. It's like the ignorance is just so thick with some of these folks. And speaking of which, while we're yelling at people, why do y'all keep inviting 50 Cent to anything legislative? That Negro couldn't unite people on his own cast because this is a person who is terrorizing his own child who has his whole own face. He's up here posing with Lauren Boebert. Insurrectionist Boebert.
I'm gonna stop cussing. She is an airhead. There is literally nothing residing between her two ears. That woman is dumber than dumb.
And then that she's sitting in the same body as somebody like Jasmine Crockett, who was sharp as a tack, who had to work her ass off, who had to work so much harder to get to this point. And she's sitting across from a Lauren Boebert or a Marjorie Taylor Greene, who said Jewish space lasers were responsible for what was it? Global warming, some shit.
I have to take these people seriously, and y'all vote for them. And that.
But yes,
if Boebert ever had a good idea, it died of loneliness. I do not understand why 50 Cent would put himself in the same room with that sort of stupidity. Because
and then pose with her.
I feel that level of stupidity might be contagious, like measles, which I wish that why are we yelling at people?
Uh-oh, what happened? Her whole behavior changed, y'all. Oh no.
I don't understand anti-vaxxers. if you didn't want to get the COVID vaccine because it was new and you didn't
That's
know what
different.
was in it, that's fine.
That's different.
That's your business. We effectively eradicated measles. People ain't had measles in decades. And somehow along the way, somewhere, y'all decided, I'm not giving my babies measles shots. I don't know what's in those measles shots.
Mm-mm.
And I sit here and I go, I also don't know what's in those measles shots. But one thing I do know is I ain't never had the fucking measles. So whatever's in it, I'm fine with. But you new parents.
Oh no. No. Don't lump
You
me with
new
these people.
you new
Don't
parents.
you dare lump me in with those people. I literally handed them my newborn in the middle, not the newborn, but I had literally handed them my baby at every checkup that we had to go through. And I said, here, I love her so much. Poke her.
Here's where I get
Poke her.
problematic. And here's where I'm going to lose a lot of you parents and good people and good Christians out there. If you have made the decision to not give your child the measles vaccine, if you are relying on the concept of herd immunity to ensure that your non-vaccinated child doesn't get the measles
Poor baby.
and
Poor
your
baby.
baby gets the measles,
Oh,
I'm not saying fuck that baby, but I'm definitely saying fuck you.
like you.
It's on
Yeah,
you.
it's you.
This
Totally you.
to see measles coming back, and every once in a while somebody slips through from a different country. They come and they say, "Hey, if you were
Right.
at the airport and you haven't got a measles vaccine," my question is, why haven't you gotten the measles vaccine? If there are concerns like you are allergic and you couldn't get it, that's fine. But the reason why everybody who's capable of getting the vaccine needs to get the vaccine because herd immunity is not 100%. There
Thank
are
you.
small children who were not able to get
They
this
can't get it.
vaccine because they've had allergies or adverse reactions.
Yeah.
Y'all are being so irresponsible.
And
And
selfish.
to see measles outbreaks at daycares and gyms and at
Nope.
the airport, and
Nope. No.
I don't feel
No.
bad for y'all. Stop putting it on the news. I do not care.
No. No.
Remove me from the mailing list.
From the chat, please remove me from
Please.
the chat because I told you I hand I am the sister of a chemist. I
You are.
am like I my best friend is a whole ass doctor. What do I look like? Not only while you're giving her a shot. Hey, you got anything for me? What do
Hey,
I need to
do
have?
I need to be boosted? Can we
Right.
re-up? Be
What do you need me to do? Like what? There's a microchip in it. Okay, but you know what else it could be in it?
Baby, there's a microchip. You carry your microchip and you pay
Your
$100 a
phone.
month for your microchip.
Your whole phone,
Nothing is
girl. If
secure.
the government wanted to find you, you don't think that that ID that you have
Baby,
or
I'm
that
telling you,
license
as
that you
a
have,
federal employee,
I don't think
you are under surveillance at all
at all
times.
times, y'all,
There's no hiding. If
they
you
know
have
what's going on with you.
a cell phone in your pocket or you drive a car that was made after 2011, they can
It,
find you.
yeah,
It's
it's not that hard, guys.
it's all
It's
good.
really not. There's cameras every damn where. Are you
Everywhere.
okay? Are y'all all
I
right?
just
I know our FBI agents be cracking up every week as as we
There
log
they
into
go
the
again,
show.
trying to tell them the truth.
They probably got together, had like snacks. Like here they go.
Please just let go of this idea that you are somehow hiding yourself or creating a veil between you and
You're
your
not.
federal government.
You're
Baby, they
not.
take your money out of your paycheck before you even see your paycheck.
Mm-mm.
Somebody with, and they've been doing it for a long time.
A
Somebody with that
long
kind of
time.
reach is going to find you one way or another.
Like, please stop it. They're not putting it in the back.
They don't have
Oh,
to.
while we are yelling about that shit, Margarine Taylor Green, bleach blonde, bad build. Lady, if you dare to talk to Dr. Fauci like that ever again, I promise you I will have a personal sign outside of your office because that mess was foolishness. Did you see this?
I did.
She
She
told that man
called.
in my presence and during my time, you're not Dr. Fauci, you are Mr. Fauci. Honey, honey, do you even know who you're talking to? This man is responsible for saving
Millions of lives.
millions of lives,
And that was before he
countless
was trying
lives.
to keep you ignorant asses alive
He should have
during the
let you die.
pandemic.
He should have let y'all die. He should have let you. You know what's funny though? You know what's funny? Marjorie's not. Hey, pay attention. Marjorie is not telling y'all the full story because she says all of these things and then will promptly put on her mask. She says
Okay.
all of these things, and you have to be vaccinated to be a sitting member in Congress. She says all of these things, so she's taken care of. She's protected. She don't even believe all the things that she's saying to y'all. She truly does not.
She doesn't. And it's it's her willingness to make a spectacle of this man who, again, whether you chose to be vaccinated or you chose not to be vaccinated, 100% your choice. I'm not arguing with you people about that anymore. But if you feel that in any way that Dr. Fauci's intentions were nefarious, then you have to ask yourself why you believe that. A man asked you to wear a mask, wash your fucking hands,
That's it.
don't make close contact with people who aren't in your family or household.
Right.
If that is evil and nefarious, asking some of you knuckle dragging weirdos to wash your hands was a big ask. I get that. I recognize
You
that.
know,
But again, why are y'all attacking this man whose literal job, what he was paid to do, was to give you the best options to not kill your
die.
grandma for
Yeah.
2 years? And
So
what
y'all
did
wouldn't
y'all
die.
go out and do? Go
Killed your
party,
grandma.
go to Applebee's, and now your grandmas are dead.
Your grandmas are dead.
I
Did you see that report about Cracker Barrel? How they were
No.
complaining about losing sales? Like between it was literally between the like 2020 and 2022. I don't mean to laugh because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm frustrated. Because like the majority of their clientele had died. They
Because they're
literally
seniors.
died.
And there was
Right.
a global pandemic
Pandemic.
with it. You know,
And y'all were
I,
trying to politicize a pandemic. Let me tell you something. COVID don't care nothing about your voting record. COVID don't care who you vote for. COVID don't care about none of that. You know what COVID cares about? Stopping your lungs from working.
upper respiratory infections have been taking out seniors since seniors been senioring.
Yeah.
That's why we
Yeah.
ask our seniors to get the flu shot. So for you guys to act like there was some evil agenda to keep seniors alive was I don't even it's so exhausting. I'm so tired of congresswomen
Mm-hmm.
lately just acting like idiots and attacking Dr. Fauci, whether you felt he did a good
Wild.
job or a bad job. That's all well and good, but ask yourself why you're being what did this man personally do to you? How did he inconvenience your life in any way?
Right.
And when you've got an answer for me, come back because right now I got nothing.
Right.
Anybody else we need to yell at before?
No, I feel like we've yelled at a bunch of people. Let's laugh.
We
It's time to laugh
did.
at people.
I've got a problematic letter here. Hold on, let me pull it up. I was not on top of my game.
Fine, you're fine. You're doing
Oh,
great. You're doing a
wait,
great
before
job.
we do that, I
Uh-oh.
do have one I don't want to call it a problem. It's problematic, but I don't think it's unpopular. So there's been this trend on Twitter lately talking about how American society is starting to hate children, and y'all don't want children out in public, and we find children to be more of a nuisance than celebrating children and parenthood and tolerating kids, because we understand that children are a part of our society and we
They are.
should expect them to be in society
They should
and
be.
respect them as such. And that I agree with. I think it's the idea, and this is where my unpopular opinion comes in. I don't want to blame gentle parenting, but
Hey,
I'm not blaming gentle
hey.
parenting. There has been a shift in what we consider to be appropriate conduct for children in public spaces.
Oh,
There
we're
was
about to have a
very much
long
a
podcast.
time. No, we're not. I'm going to keep it very
No, because I
brief.
got. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There was once this idea that children should be seen and not heard. children should not inconvenience adults when they are out in public. And I feel like those rules were very rigid for a very, very long time. And they are changing because children should be a very robust part of our society. You should see them at restaurants. You should see them at parks. You should see them at department stores. But, and here's where my opinion gets unproblematic, just because children should be in these spaces does not mean that they don't have to adhere to certain norms, just like fucking adults do.
That's true.
I remember, like, before the pandemic, having a business lunch meeting downtown. And this guy was down there, I guess, with 2 kids. And one, I'm guessing 3 or 4. This kid was just walking up to people's tables with their food and grabbing at their waters and their plates. Do you know how nasty toddler hands are?
I have one.
You get to 3 tables before your parent intervenes. That is socially unacceptable.
Were they?
Yeah, they were.
Okay,
they were.
Well,
they were.
There's also cultural differences here.
Yes. Yeah. I understand that kids are absolutely 100% allowed to be places. But with that understanding, your child is still your responsibility. It is not my responsibility to look after your child or make your child my ward when it's within 6 feet of me, because my premise is the child that I'm with, I'm watching, and the child that you're with, you should be watching. Yes, we are a community. Yes, if you see a kid doing something that is injuring them, or if they, I don't know, fall out, you should render help or aid. What I should not be doing is chasing your child away from my dinner plate.
No.
I should not be pulling your child off my shopping cart.
No.
I should also not be in aisle 3 alone with a toddler asking that toddler where the fuck your mother is. Well,
don't curse at the baby.
I can't cuss at the baby, but the baby can be over here making me mind its business, making sure it gets back safely to its mama. But see, that's the rule. The rule is I can't cuss at the baby. And as an adult, I understand that it is inappropriate for me to cuss at your baby. But you also need to understand that it is inappropriate for you to not have eyes or peripheral feel for your child in the market.
Hello.
I'm not wrong for that. And the people who are getting increasingly annoyed with having to deal with the mismanaged behaviors of y'all children.
There it is.
They're not wrong.
There it is.
Those people are not wrong.
Can I counter?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Can I counter?
Yes.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. As a parent of a child, but previously a nanny, a auntie, well, currently an auntie, very proud. Very proud auntie. Shout out to my babies. And a preschool teacher. You're not wrong. And I believe all of that time with tiny humans literally taught me how to operate especially in public spaces with tiny children. So our 3-year-old, for example, we have to literally teach her how to go and eat at a restaurant. Like that is a skill that is taught. That is a skill that is taught. That is not something that is just you're born with. So the fact that you have to deal with somebody coming to take your water that is under 2 feet tall, that you did not produce yourself, that is egregious. And I'm sorry that happened. But at the same time, American society is very anti-child, and I could go on and on about it, but I won't. There's an entire book that you can read. It's The Minor Revolution, and it talks about like how in different countries, how they prioritize children and how they make children a part of the society, while also still disciplining their children, while also still being responsible for their children. There are ways in which gentle parenting doesn't mean no rules. Gentle parenting just means I'm not going to break my foot in your tail for dropping your water because you're a kid. Right. Like, that's what that means. Gentle parenting means I don't need to scream at you. And yes, I can explain to you what's going on because I believe that you are a cognitive being with thoughts. So that's that. I'm sorry that happened to you, friend. That sounds gross.
Okay. I had to share that because I'm like, y'all not going to sit out here and yell at people for being annoyed that y'all kids are disturbing them. But let's get into this problematic letter. I need a name for a young lady.
Doreen.
Oh, Lord. Doreen wrote, My best friend is the type of girl who believes that her man should be invited everywhere with her. But
Oh
my group of
no.
girlfriends is
Sorry.
very good with setting boundaries and being clear when the guys are not invited. Despite our very clear rules, the best friend came to our last brunch with her boyfriend.
No.
He stood and talked until our table for four was ready, which isn't unusual. The problem is, my girlfriend had the audacity to ask the host if they could bring over another chair to accommodate her man. When the
No.
host was hesitant, her boyfriend caught the vibe and excused himself. We were visibly annoyed that she even asked. She said it wasn't a big deal and it was her way of getting us a free meal. But we
What?
didn't want a free meal. We wanted a girls' brunch. It's
Yeah.
been a few weeks and she's declined every chance to hang out since. Should we circle back to the convo or let it ride?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person because
I,
that burns my grits so
girl,
much.
I say
No.
let it ride. She know the damn rules.
She
She
does know
was
the rules.
aware. She knew the rules. She tried it. It didn't work. It seems like the boyfriend got more common sense than
He
she
does.
got.
And he's not even clued into any of the conversations that y'all are having. But he read the room.
Okay.
What a privileged ass thing to do. Like, how dare you say I'm above the rules of the girlfriend code and bring your boyfriend anyway?
I don't
Girl, if you
understand it.
don't make him a plate of Eggos and come on,
And, and stop it.
stop
I,
it.
I
He
mean,
can go to brunch on his own.
I
Tell him to call
really,
his own friends.
I feel like y'all write in and y'all already know the
Y'all
answer.
already know the
But
answer. Y'all just want some affirmation.
you're
You're
not
right.
wrong, girl. And
You're
if
right.
she feels like she don't want to hang out with y'all now, or she's turning down invitations because she feels like y'all made a big
That's
deal
fine.
out of it, she's probably just ashamed and embarrassed by her actions because she knew the rules. And
Or she's being a brat.
I'm leading the charge on the Bring Back Shame campaign.
Oh, can I join you?
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
We
You don't
need
even
more
have to pay no
shame.
dues. You just gotta just say bring back shame and then
We
shame
need more
people.
shame. We need a
We,
bet.
we're getting away from it, and that's
You
why people
know,
are
that's why you shame people who are sitting at the restaurant letting their kids just steal your fries. Shame them. Like what? And you gotta say it loud, real loud. What kind of parent just lets their
right.
kid
Where's your mom?
shame? Are you abandoned? Are you abandoned?
This kid is loose. Who does it belong to?
This kid is loose like a dog.
Child, you've lost your dog.
No, bring back shame. Shame her. Go ahead
Yeah.
and post your pictures of your cute brunches with your friends, the ones that come.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I,
Subtweet. That's fine.
I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm problematic.
No, I don't think it's us this time. I really do
Mm.
believe that there are that I know I have a friend myself
Oh
who
no.
believes that, it should be an open invitation for partners.
No.
No, not for
No.
everything. No.
No.
I
Absolutely not.
disagree.
Open
So,
invitation for
and
all partners?
and then if there are rules, we do brunch as girls. With no
Yeah.
boys allowed at the brunch.
Yeah. That's girls. Like they can come to the cookout. They can
And
come to the kickback.
I actually
They can't come to brunch.
I actually don't know this person personally, but I can almost guarantee that when it comes down to the guy going out, I'm sure he's not eager to invite
Oh,
you
he
to
not even
everything.
called. No, he's
I just
not.
know from
Mm-mm.
the bottom of my heart that that's
Mm-mm.
not the reality. So,
It's not.
yeah, please turn that. If
Turn
she
it.
don't want to come out, go
Nope.
without her because she
Go.
come with bad baggage anyway.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
I
all I
got.
got. we were we
I would like
podcasted too long together.
I love it. I would like to thank everybody for tuning into the Problematic Podcast this week. I pray that you all have a good, happy, safe week. Don't let the people
Please
at
be
your
safe.
job get on your nerves and
Nope.
start
Bring back
enjoying your
shame.
summer. Bring back shame.
Bring back shame.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.